All right, Axis and Allies, 1914, World War One board game. All right, it's basically going to go over some basic strategy. Hopefully you've watched my rules video. I just did it, so hopefully you go check it out to kind of get to this video at least. I've only played it once, but and I got to watch the second game right next to me, so I kind of feel like I have a little knowledge on it. I don't think anybody is an expert at this game, just quite yet. So I'm just going to give my opinion. And as I play it more, I'll probably do another strategy video. But for right now, I figure I'll put this out there. That way it'll give you somewhat of an idea. At least somebody has played it once. And, I basically can't say twice because I've seen that other game, was watching it move by move. So, first time ever playing it, at least I have a little bit more experience than you. So here it goes. I'm going to go talk about every country. Or overall strategy, though, everybody seems to start with a lot of infantry, okay? So you need to start buying some artillery to match up with them. Now, we know we all use infantry as a buffer, to kill off. That way your good units don't die. You still want to do that, but everybody needs to get artillery, start buying a little, maybe one or two more artillery than infantry every turn for at least a couple turns. And, kind of match it up. You also want to get some planes. Planes are very important in this game. I strongly believe in them. I used that to my advantage yesterday. And you really want to get some planes, okay? Now, the tanks, they come into turn 4, as you should know. So, basically, they're only good at attacking, but they're great at attacking because they absorb hits. So, when turn 4 comes, you definitely want to buy, a lot of them, I think with Germany, when it was turn 4, I was getting around 52, 54 IPC, something like that. And I think I bought 6 on my first turn, and just started moving them in little by little, because that's what this game is. And basically, I don't think the C zones are that important because, yeah, they can still drop off troops, but you still have the landmine kind of thing, and that's a little defense. And I just don't really feel like there's going to be any big amphibious, assaults. I really don't think that's going to work in this game. You really need troops. So I don't think the whole sea battle and buying ships is really smart. But I would definitely buy planes and definitely buy artillery to get going. All right, and we'll just, like I said, all right, let's get on the countries. We'll go with Austria-Hungary since they go first. To start the game, damn, I just now remembered. I forgot to put that in the rules. To start the game off with, you have to attack Serbia. Okay? And, with Austria-Hungary, you're right here in the middle. You got to deal with the Italians and you got to deal with the Russians. I really feel like with Hungary, you should come down south. And, of course, you're going to take Siberia. And I would definitely take Romania on the first turn. And, little by little, once you get your front lines good here, you do want to come down here and take Albania or Greece. Unless, get with the Turkey player. If you're the same, if you're playing both countries, then with the Turkeys, you would take Greece. But, depending on how many players you got in your game, eventually you want to own all these down here. That's very important for Hungary because you need IPCs pretty bad. So you can deal with the Russians. Because I think you're, able to handle the Italians. But to deal with the Russians and prevent them from invading you, you need IPC, so you want to take all those free ones down there. I would really leave Poland to Germany. Now, you can both be in the same zone, as we all know, but I would really let Germany deal with that. with Hungary, I would take Romania, and if I can, if I'm able, depending on what the Russian player is doing, I might move into Ukraine. You just want to put a little pressure on Russia, try to cut his IPCs a little bit. That way he can't just sit back and keep building up infantry. Now over here, once you get a nice little force, I think it's very smart to come in here into Vince and take that, and you know, then the Italian is forced to build up a huge army here and really can't do shit. Okay, you know, you really, once you move there, you really cripple them and they can't, you know, threaten you. Instead of defending 2 countries here, you only be defending 1, and you can keep moving troops because your capital's right here. So you really want to own that country. It's very important. With your ships, I don't think it's that smart. You got a battleship and a cruiser and a transport, but as soon as you move out of your sea zone, you move into this one, and we all know about the landmines. And then you got to deal with the same damn units, a battleship and a cruiser. So it's kind of hard to, you know, win that, especially if he gets a hit with the landmine, or not a landmine, but the sea mines. So I would just basically leave the ships there and protect your underbelly. That way, you know, if you eventually did do that attack and lost, then the Italians or the British or the French could come in here and just unload troops here behind you and get in your underbelly, which this is worth 4 and these are 6s. So you really don't want to leave that open. I would leave those ships there the whole damn game. And plus you have the sea mines there as well, because you get you have a little port there. So basically that's it. You want to kind of help out the Germans with Russia, and you definitely want to sit right here and build up against the Italians where they can't expand. And eventually, you know, with the Germans, I think it's really smart for the Germans to take Switzerland. And then that way they're on the front lines with the Italians as well. Generally, the Italians is going to retreat, and then you're forcing France to guard, you know, at least these 2, if not 3. I think yesterday I was able to sneak troops all the way here. You know, just a few. Wasn't that big of a deal, but you know, that's what you want to do with the Hungary. You know, you're not going to be a major powerhouse, but you are very, very important to the Central Powers. You got to get over there and help out with Russia. That's your main goal. And take that south, and then you just want to kind of be a pain in the ass for the Italians. Well, that took 8 minutes, but that was all the basic strategy as well. Okay. Debating whether to make this multiple videos, but we'll just do one. Fuck it. Okay, next, the Russians go next. Okay, with Russia, basically, you don't want the revolution to happen. Now, the Allies as a whole, you know, you might want it to happen, because if the Central Powers own a lot of these countries, and they're getting all these IPCs, you almost want to say, yeah, just let the revolution happen. But you really don't want that, in my personal opinion, because you want the Central Powers to have to go this way with troops. So with the Russians, you got to watch out for the German little fleet here, because they're in range, and they can come over here. Try to get a better view for you. And they can drop off troops in Finland, over here, and over here. So that's 3 countries from that sea zone. But you do have the sea mines and a battleship to kind of defend. But you want to watch out that, you know, landing. If they do buy a transport, because they don't start with one, if they do buy a transport, you got to watch out for that. Because even from sea zone 10, they can go all the way around Switzerland. I mean, not Switzerland, but Sweden and Norway. And go all the way around and get on the backside. So if they do buy a transport, what I would do is from here, the capital, is move some troops up here. And if you have troops there, then you're good, you're covered. Because if he moves to Finland, you can attack it. If he moves here, you can attack it. And if, you know, as long as you own that one, you own those seaports, which gives you the sea mines. So it's very important, you know, if he does get that transport. You got 2 cruisers down here. I mean, you can attack Turkey's 2 cruisers. It's an even fight, but he has the sea mines in that zone, so I would just keep him there. The British should come up and get Persia and Afghanistan, so you don't have to worry about that. I would pull those troops up, but you want to kind of leave some here. This is an important country because you got the port, but not only Turkey gets to the point where they don't have much to do, and they can either go here or they'll go to Africa. So you want to kind of hold that with the Russians. And basically, you're going to lose Poland. Yesterday's game, Russia was able to move up into this country, and it really put a bind on the Central Powers because this country touches so many zones. So, you know, we had to definitely push them back, and it really messed us up. But then, once we did that, the Russians lost a lot of their troops. So, I mean, you can do that with Russia. You can go on the offensive, but I don't suggest it. I really think you should just hold on. And to prevent the revolution, you know, it only happens at the end of your turn. So if they own 3 zones, then you definitely want to take one. They can't defend all 3 perfectly. So you should be in conflict with them at least. So basically, the Russians, your main strategy is just keep them busy. You're not going to win the war. You're trying to hold on. Because you're having to deal with the Germans and Hungary and possibly Turkey in the south. So all 3 Central Powers touch you. You're the only country that touches all 3. So you know you're really in a tight squeeze. You just want to really hold on. Okay. I should get an endorsement. Take a drink of this delicious Mountain Dew. All right. Germany goes third. All right, the Germans. I played them yesterday, and I felt like I did pretty good. I kept getting more and more IPCs per turn. This is up for debate, you know. A lot of people have different opinions. What I did is I took Holland and Switzerland in the first turn, even considered taking Denmark, just to get those IPCs per turn. You know, who cares? You got to fight some troops. In the end, it will pay for itself. But I never took Denmark, but I probably should have. But I took both of those, Holland and Switzerland, and I definitely took Belgium to start off the game. There's a lot of battles going on right here. I don't think you're going to get any further than Belgium. It's really hard because the British will start dropping off troops here. So it's really tough. I did add these subs to this fleet, but I really couldn't attack the British because I didn't want to go up against the mines. I did take these subs and attack this fleet, and I actually won that battle. You don't want to attack the Americans. You don't want to get them involved yet. So, basically, you want to push this way and get some IPCs for free and meet the French. You got to battle the French. You can't let them build up. That's who you're trying to take out. I really think that's your main enemy. And, you know, try to fight off the British as they land off guys. You really don't have the opportunity to take out Italy. You might get involved with them, but as soon as you move your big stack down here to take them out, you're leaving yourself a lot more open up to the French and the British. So I kind of went for that yesterday and really went after Italy. And it didn't seem like it worked because then they took Belgium back, and you know, I kind of had to retreat. But as far as overall strategy, I think you should go after Russia. You want to take Poland, and you just want to start pushing. You know, you want to get the revolution to happen in Russia. That is your main goal. And just hold off the French and the British over here on your west. And, you know, spread out, man. Get you some IPCs. You need to get up there around 54 and stuff. And also with the colonies, you're going to get some men down here. You start with 5 units, okay? You got 2 down here, 1 there, 1 here, and 1 here. Now, my first turn, I ended up taking this and this to get me 2 IPCs.